Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and today's daily. Today's July 3rd, 2025. Hope you're all doing well today. Let's get into our tents and trees, which is next on the list. Let's get our free coins first off, though. And let's jump into the dailies and see what kind of packs we've got here. All right, let's jump into one of these real quick. These are the normal, easy ones. Nothing crazy, but let's see what we can get out of it. Let's do these guys already. This one has to be out because we can't lose both of those. In fact, this one is out because those are already taken, so that's that. Let's see what else we have. This 4 spot here must be all of these. This 4 spot needs these, and that's out. And this is in, and therefore this is in, which puts you here, you here, you here. This is a corner, so it's out. One of these 3 must be in, so all of these are out. This one is just not next to anything anyway, and this one's here, so let's just put the easy stuff in, why don't we? That goes there and puts you out. This one is done for. This one is in. There we go. Easy peasy. On to the next. Let's do a little bit of the technique I was trying to do before, where we're looking at ones that I already have without going through every single one of these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, all of these are in. So we can just do this. This corner piece gets rid of all of you. What about these 5s and, well, just 5s over here right now, because we already used up that 6. Let's get rid of our base options. Well, there's a couple 6s going this way too, so we can look at those. Let's finalize our 5s though. We've got 5 spots here that can be in, so they must all be in a certain way. Then we can get rid of all of this while we're here. And nope, didn't mean to click you. Let's see what else comes in. This guy is here, so you have to be here. You're not next to anything, so you are in. You are in. See, that clears up a bunch of stuff without us having to just randomly clear everything out, which is the positive there. This guy here has to have this one. You're a corner piece. You guys are not needed, period. This 5 needs one of these 2, so you're out. Wait, I've already messed something up. That 2 is broken for some reason, so we have to go back and see what we did. I think I might have misclicked something there. I thought I had, but let me just make sure we go back and look at this correctly. We are set right now where everything is correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these 2 will be in, so that's out. These are out. All of these are out. Yeah, something there's not right. So I gotta go back and we gotta go back to the beginning now, because there's something, I must have accidentally unclicked something that wasn't supposed to be unclicked. Let's go to the beginning. Let's do this again. Let's make sure we're doing this correctly this time and not jumping through it too quickly. You have to be in. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means you're in, you're in. You, and you. These 2 are done, so this is in. These are all out. Corner piece out. Corner piece out. These guys all out. Now we'll get back to this 5, where I think it's where I misclicked somewhere. I'm gonna make sure we don't do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I think I misclicked this guy in accident, which took off one of those options, so we can't go in and just automatically put these guys in. Okay, there it is. Sometimes you just gotta go back to the beginning and find what you didn't know you messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't mean a whole lot. It just means a lot of this stuff is out, but it's already out anyway because there's nothing close to it. So let's get into, well, this is 2 is done, so that might be useful. And we've got a couple of more 5s and 6s we can look at. So let's jump into those after we clear all this stuff out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this guy is going to be done for the most part. And then we can just go through this whole grouping here and be able to get rid of all this stuff. Now you have to be here, which is going to finish off a lot of these rows. Good. Now this 5 has to be done. I think this 6 is pretty much there too, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All of these, this one is done. One of these two will be, do we know which one it is? This one's here, this one's here, this one's here, so that's out. Okay, there we go. This one is done. 3, 4, 5, 2. Now this 5 is good to go. So these both are in. So before we had this guy wasn't even part of it, so that's why we messed it up. Now we do have 2 places, so these and these are now in. Good, now this 5 is done. Not you, you. The hardest part is not misclicking on some of these things. We try to go a little too quickly half the time, but anyway, we've got 2 more up here, so we have to remove multiple options. This is a corner piece, and you're not even touching anything, so get rid of you, and you must then just be in. Now these 2 are the last ones left over. You, so you're out. One of these has to be in, so you're out. This one is done. These 2 are done. That's there, that's there, that's there. So this is done. And then this is out. So you're in and you're out and you're in. This 2 is finalized. This 2 is finalized. The 1 is done. So you, and you. Good. Excellent. That's the first pack. Easy peasy, like I said. Now I got the harder ones. 13 by 13 is pretty good. 8. Okay, let's do both of these hard ones. They're not too big. We got 13 by 13. Well, they're all pretty good. Let's do the ones that have the less clues. This one's not a bad one, but these 2 here will have the less clues. I find those more interesting, so we'll stick into those guys. So let's do our base operation here. Now we got this 3 that we know what's partially done. None of these can be in. What about this 3 here? Yeah, that one is out. This one is out. Good. Those are there. What do we got going on here? Let's see. We've got only one of these 2 can be in, so these are both in. That's that. That's that. So that's now out. This 3, one of those 2 is in. We know that, but that's not necessarily helpful. What else we got? Oh, this 1 here says this guy is just in. Therefore, you are in. And this is the last 3 now. This is the last 1. This is the last one. That's in. This one, this guy here sees you, so you are in and you are in. Perfect. Bit smoother on that one. Let's move on to the second one. Let's see what we've got here on this 4 spot. Yep, all of these must be in to their extent. This one can't be because one of these 2 has to be in. Now that one here can't be, so that's in. Good. Let's see, what do we have here? This guy's here, so you have to be in, so all of these are out. Let's look at this 4 spot. Yep, this one. That goes there, so that's in. This one here just has to be in. This corner piece says you are out. This one is out. This 2 has to finalize, which gives me this and this. That's a corner piece, so all of these are out. This guy here just needs a spot, so he goes here. And let's get rid of some of this stuff. This 4 might be the next place to look once we get some of these on corner. We can get rid of those. This guy's not even close to anything. Now let's look at this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one is out, which forces this one in. This 2 spot needs both of these, which is going to get rid of options, so we can get rid of those. This guy here just needs a tent now. This guy needs a tent. This guy needs a tent. This guy needs a tent. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. There we go. Cool. Those 2 are nice. They worked out quite well. So let's jump into, again, now I've got the 12 by 12 and the 13 by 13 of the same style. So let's do those. Let's look at this 5 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So we can just plop those in. All of these are out. Only one of those 2 can be in, so that's not. This guy here just needs one, so you guys are all out. So you are you, so you have to be there, and you have to be here. And these are all done for. These are done for. Let's get rid of big old swath of them right there. Now this guy goes to you, so you have to be here. So you have to be here. 1 and 1 are done. You have to be in, you have to be in. This 4 now says that one is in and one of these 2 is in, so that's out. This guy here needs something. So he goes here, which removes all those and puts these guys here. These ones are done, so let's hit those while we're on it. These are done. This is the last 4. These 2 have to be in like this. This 3 has to be here and you're out. These are all just blank spots that we're getting to finally. These 2 have to be out because they'll remove 2 options here. 2 of these will be in, so this one has to be in. This is just a given. That's out, so that puts you in, you in, you in. This 4 needs 2 more spots, so they go here, which means that's out, and this is in. Perfect. Good, good. One more of these guys. And we may or may not end it here. We'll see what happens after this guy. This 4 seems to be the largest one, although I don't think we have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can get rid of that guy there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can actually get rid of all of these because they would double up some things, which we can't let happen. So we might have to dig into this one a little bit more instead of just having large numbers that take out big swaths of possibilities right off the bat. So let's now jump back into it. This one's out. Okay, so only one of these can be in, one of these can be in, and this one is in. This one has to be out because we need both one of those, we said. What else? This guy here is just lonely, so you guys must all go in. That's out. This forces you and you. This 4 now should be good to go, which it is. Please stop, mouse. That's that, that's that, that's that, so it's out. This one has to be in, excuse me. This one is out because it can't lose both of those options. This 2 has to actually finish there so these can be done with. And now we just need to find the next plate. Okay, here, up in here, up in here. Well, this guy can't be in because he would remove all options, so they would have to be on both of them. So therefore this and this are in, which pushes you in, which now is going to start off a chain reaction through all of this because this has to be here, which means these both have to be here, which means this is here and this is here. Now that forces that to be there. Good. What else do we have? This 2 now just has 2 left over. Let's put those in. That's there, and this 2 is actually done, so those can all go, which forces these to be in. That 2 we said is done, that's fine, and this one here could also get removed. The 3, not quite, but this 3 will be useful, because this one and this one have to be in. That's out and that's in, which pushes you in. Now the 3 is done, and you can go there. Now this 3 has to put you in there. You in there. Good. We're moving pretty good today. We might be able to do another one or so. Now we're down to these guys. These are, let's do one of these and we'll see how it goes. Because again, these are the tough ones to do. This one has to be in and it has to connect here. Therefore, this has to connect to here. This entire row is now done. And this entire row is done. So this guy here has to connect to you. This guy needs one of these 2, and this one can't be, so it's you. Let's see, what about you? Yeah, these 2 are out, so you have to be in. Now we need one more in this row. It can only go here. We need 2 more in this row, so it has to be here and here, and they have to connect to these guys. Now, we don't, well, yeah, we do actually, because we need 2 more in this row. The only places they could possibly go are here and here. And did we just lose audio there for a second? This guy here is in. And that's really weird. I lost audio in my headphones. This guy has to go here. What's left? You. Go there. Okay. Yeah, so I did lose audio. My headphones just reconnected for some reason. They disconnected for a second there. So you should have all heard that because I saw the mic still recording. I just couldn't hear any of the game audio. All right, let's do one. Let's try to do this last one. We're doing fairly well with this, so let's see if we can get it together. Now, of course, this one's going to probably be a lot harder, so we'll see if we can figure it out. One of these 2 has to be in. One of these 2 has to be in. One of these 2 has to be. That's not tons of help. This, and this all have to be in, or these are the options of what can be in, I should say. One of you, and one of you. I guess both of these could still be in. That, and that. Yeah, this one's going to be a bit tougher. Well, I think we know one of these two. Yeah, one of these two is absolutely going to be in. Now, the issue with that is it doesn't necessarily tell us which one is which, unless we can use our mind's eye here to figure out if one of those two will break something else. Let's say this guy is in. That removes these two options. It means this guy has to go here. So we have these two now, which forces this guy to go here, which means this one is in. That all seems like it will work. That would finish this row, but we have plenty of other stuff we can do in here. Okay. What do we got going in any of these other collections of things? We just need to get one or two of them going, and then from there we can hopefully work out some patterning. Again, there's only 3 possibilities here, which means this guy is actually out, right? So one of these two is in. One of these 3. So that guy can't be in. Well, actually, that just means this guy is in, doesn't it? Because if we look at this 2 here, because one of these two has to be in, because there's only 3 possible locations here, so this would remove 2. This is out. So now what can we put here? This one and this one and this one. Well, these two are, we can only put one of those two, so this has to be in. So that's something to start with. One of these 2 is in. Does that tell us anything of great use? Well, it does remove these guys from here, but it doesn't remove this, this, or this. What else, though? 1, 2, 3, 4 again, though we can't rule out enough of those, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options here, although only one of these could be in, but they don't have to be. This one could be it. One of those, one of these, and there's 2 possibilities down here. That's not going to help us. Yep, here we go. So these ones are always a little tricky. What are we doing? How can we figure this thing? Okay, this 2. Actually, once we put this in, we only have 2 spots left over, here and here. Okay, so there's that. So you're out now. Does that tell us anything else? We still need one more here, and it can't be any of you, so it's you. We've now removed this from this 2, so all of these are done for. One of these and this, that's in. One of these 2 has to be in, which means you're out. And both of you are out, so you have to be into you, and that's going to finish that too. Now we know we're out of everything except for you, so this 2 is done. You 2 are both done, so this guy has to go here. You 2 are both done, so you have to go here. You have to go here. Now we just need to finish these top guys off. So I think we know this guy here, right? Because we've removed, yeah, we have one, and it's the only one we can put in any of these. So this guy and one of these 2 is in, so you're there. That means this is out, you go here. That means you are here and you are here. Now we just got to finish these 2. These 2 are out, so you go here. And then these 2 are out and you are out, so you're here. There we go, we did it. So we got there in the end. Just took a second to work out the beginning. Like I said, kind of at the start, that usually it only takes 1 or 2 placements and then you can kind of work your way through. So good, glad we got that one done. We don't tend to get into those because I feel like they are quite difficult, but I think that's good enough. You're at the 20-minute mark, so this is exactly where I want to be. So hope you all enjoyed today's July 3rd puzzles, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.